I'm going to give you some terminology and perspective that you have to have if you are personally going to succeed financially. The key word though is what?
Personal.
It's personal. It's personal. And until you get mad and start taking this stuff personal, you're not going to succeed financially. Capitalism will kick your ass. Capitalism will kick your ass. Do you hear me? And I'm just being honest with you because there's nothing wrong with capitalism if you're on the right side of it. Look, let me give it to you the way I built my business. Okay? There are 3 levels of Millionaire. 3 levels. Now this isn't official, it's kind of unofficial, but I want you to think of it this way with the right terminology and what? Perspective. How many levels? 3. The first stage of Millionaire is $1 million net worth. Write that down. Stage 1 equals net worth. Stage 1 is net worth. See, a lot of you guys, the problem you're going to have mentally is that you don't realize how far ahead you are than most people. Because you're going to keep comparing yourself to what you think a millionaire is. And I want you to write this down as a side note. Comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. If you keep comparing yourself to everything and keep comparing your journey to everybody else's and keep comparing your bank account to this guy's and what this guy's driving and how this young lady's living, comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison will rob you of the success you are attaining, and the next thing you know, you give up because you're so worried about comparing yourself to somebody else that you don't realize that God had you on your path.
Come on.
Right.
So I want to give you some terminology and perspective so you can understand that you are winning. So the first thing I had to do was understand what $1 million net worth was. Here's how the bank looks at you. It's simple. There's a sheet of paper called a balance sheet. The first thing you got to do is understand liabilities versus what? Assets. They want to know, when you go to the bank, how your asset column looks. What have you accumulated that if something were to happen, in other words, what do you have that somebody's willing to what? Buy. What do you have that's increasing in value? People don't buy things that decrease in value. People buy things that what? Increase in value. So what do you have that people are willing to purchase? I made sure that I continue, even as a young man, to make sure my asset column continued to grow. Now, capitalism will make sure that your liability column continues to grow. Because your liability is somebody else's asset. So the winner in capitalism is the person who can get the most people believing that they aren't the asset, but the other thing is. So car dealerships all day, every day, all the time, payday loans and buy here, pay here, and all these different things. People wake up every morning to figure out how to rob you with an ink pen. That's capitalism. Every morning, they're trying to figure out how to get people who don't understand the things I'm about to show you. They're trying to figure out how to get you to not invest in assets, but invest in liabilities that create assets for them. So, wait, let's do this. Because I told you I'm going to give you 3 stages of what? Millionaire. Before I do that, let me do this. Before we even talk about liabilities and assets, let's talk about income and what's the opposite? Expenses. So before we even get to your balance sheet, let's just talk about your income statement. Income is income coming what? In. That's why it's called income. Are we good? Now, I got an English degree from Morehouse. I graduated in '97, and I learned a long time ago that words are important. I knew at an early age, all right, I have to have multiple streams of income. Because the way society is set up, they're going to make sure you have multiple streams of outgo. Does that make sense? So if I got all these things that have to go out, light bill goes what? Out. Water bill goes what? Out. Gas bill goes what? Out. Car note goes what? Out. Student loan goes what? Out. Credit card goes what? Out. Rent. Out. Mortgage. Out. I can't have one of these.
Right. Say that.
That's when I got mad. You can't have one income coming in when you got 8 things going out. Because look, your boss is not going to pay you enough to handle all of this. If they did, then the company would go out of business, and that company is somebody else's asset. So that person not going to give up their asset for you to have the lifestyle you want to have. That person is building an asset for the lifestyle that they want to have. So you got to say to yourself, you know what? That's why one of my favorite shirts in the back, be thankful but not satisfied. I was thankful for my job, but I wasn't satisfied with it. So I got mad at my situation. I said, okay, before I become a millionaire level 1, I got to at least understand, okay, I got to have multiple streams of income coming in. Do what wealthy people do. Have the same energy going in one direction that feeds you a variety of different ways.